Hello, and welcome to another episode of Habit Maker Mama YouTube. This week we'll be discussing Essentialism, the book by Greg McKeown. We read this for our Book of the Month Club. We're trying to apply some of the principles that we learned from Essentialism to Habit Maker Mama. We found some really great ones and we're summarizing them for you today. To start, in order to avoid the feeling of drowning in unnecessary work, which I think we can all relate to this thought of so many different things to do within our day and within our life, you need to adopt the principle of Essentialism. Essentialism means to me only devoting your time to the things that are the most valuable to your life. For example, children for me. Right now, Habit Maker Mama. My husband. Different tasks around the home that I only deem valuable. Only things that really are of the utmost importance to me. Everything else is not important and is not at the top of your priority list. You ignore those. Greg McKeown states that if you really want to see the important things of your life, you need to get out, escape, see the bigger picture, and take the vital from the trivial. When I think of bigger picture, for me, that really is in a moment when I'm celebrating with my children, when they're laughing, when we're just having a good time. We can be doing something that's really not an exciting task, but just seeing their joy and watching them laugh brings me back to the bigger picture of why things are important in my life and that they mean so much to me. For instance, my toddler loves superheroes. We're going through a serious phase right now, so anytime he puts on his Spider-Man or Superman cape, it just makes me laugh so much, and he laughs because he's running all around the place pretending to be a superhero, and we're just really joyful in that moment, and it brings me back to this idea that this is important, this is what matters. Greg McKeown says, be ruthless in cutting out the things that don't matter to you. Let's apply this to the idea of kid clutter. Think about all of the different toys and activities that we have. So really go through and parse through which ones are important to you. This, maybe not so much. This, gotta have it. McKeown presents this idea that you really need to embrace that there are going to be trade-offs and accept that there are going to be trade-offs when you're deciding on an essential life. So for my family, this really hit a chord for me because we were going through changes in our routines and our schedules with my husband being a pilot. And I really wanted to prioritize the schedule for my children and the time spent with my children and creating a consistent routine for them. So I had to make a trade-off for our life of deciding between work and home life. I don't think that needs to be the case for everybody, but for our situation, it was what was best. It was really, really difficult for me to accept this at first because I felt a little bit like I was failing, that because I couldn't keep both of these roles at a top level, that I was doing something wrong. And I don't think that's the case now. I think that you need to really look at what's essential to you and pouring into that essential. So for me and our life right now, it's essential that my family is at the top. And don't forget to get outside and play. Greg McKeown states that part of essentialism is being playful, being creative, and you need to go outside and play to do that. And then afterwards, schedule some time to rest. Just say no to non-essential tasks and be careful about planning the essential ones. Every week, I like to have a weekly list of things that are essential in my life. I try not to fill it with too much fluff, just the main points, so that I really know what needs to be done and anything else is extra. In order to avoid drowning in unnecessary tasks, you need to adopt the theory of essentialism. Well, for us, laundry is definitely one of those essentials. Have you ever tried to cook a meal, cook any sort of a new dish that you haven't done before, and your ingredients are spread out all over the place, you've got pots and pans over there, maybe some are even unwashed, and it takes you about 3 or 4 times as long than if you had prepared everything ahead of time, have your recipe in front of you, and have all of your dishes clean and ready to go. Well, I certainly have. I'm no whiz in the kitchen, but if I'm ever trying to do something, if I'm not prepared ahead of time, it's really going to take me a long time. This applies to one of McKeown's points that in order to succeed, you need to prepare ahead of time and make sure that you have only the most essential things in front of you. So same goes for making a dish. You have only the ingredients on the list, you have your recipe in front of you, and you have the essential cooking items. That's what helps you succeed. An essentialist life, according to McKeown, centers around a routine and taking something step by step. This is exactly what we look at Habit Maker Mama. We take it step by step, habit by habit, break it down piece by piece in order to help you make substantial life change. Here at Habit Maker Mama, we want you to find the habits that exactly fit your lifestyle. We want you to pick one habit, focus on that one habit, and then break it down into its parts. We're going to give you a lot of different habits that you can work on. Some may not be right for you, and that's okay. We want you to find what is essential to your life. Overall, we thought that essentialism was very applicable to what we believe in here at Habit Maker Mama. We are trying to give you as many various habits as possible to expose you to a variety of different choices. But when it comes down to it, we want you to focus on one habit that you can make change in, and then see if it fits your life and if you like it. Our review of Essentialism is 2 thumbs up. We liked this book. We thought that it applied pretty well to our principles at Habit Maker Mama. We like the theory that really you should go step by step and that you should do what's most important to you. So if you want to delve a little bit more into this, we would highly recommend that you pick up Essentialism and give it a go. Thank you so much for watching. It is such a joy to bring you this information about Essentialism. We really enjoyed this book and thought that it fit a lot of the principles of what we believe in here at Habit Maker Mama. Don't forget, if you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe so that we can keep bringing you great stuff. And if you like reading along with us, make sure that you're staying tuned for next month's book. We'll be reading The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. McKeown says that part of essentialism is being creative. Sometimes kid clutter really accumulates. So sometimes cut out the things that really don't matter. Too many, throw them aside. All right?
We would go outside.
Yeah, you
Perfect.
like
We'll
playing
go outside and play.